I come from a small town, so like a small town boy, we used to see only Hindi films and once in a while English film, and those were the days when you used to have those total typical hardcore Hollywood cinema which used to come and which used to play in my town only on Saturday Sundays. So basically, I mean that was the influence actually about cinema. Uh, yeah, I remember like I was really fond of cinema. Like every new film, I used to make it a point like every Friday I have to go and see it. And before that, also like I used to go down to the theaters and figure it out what film is coming next week. Then I'll be spreading the news to my friends. Oh, this film is coming next week, so we must make a plan. And I remember those were like days like we used to struggle to even get tickets, and like we used to scrape our hands pulling the ticket out of that small window. So those were the days. Like I mean, that's how my thing started actually. Yeah, I started with photography actually. I mean, I didn't know much about. I mean, for me, photography in the film was photography. I never knew maybe it's called cinematography or something like that because we used to read the name, like director of photography. So that's what was the term used in those days. And my photography started actually at home. My brother had a click 3 camera, and I used to click pictures of my family. I have a big family, so anything, I mean, any occasion happening, any festival happening, I used to just click pictures and all. And then when I joined my college, there was a photography club there. So I joined that club, and we had these some seniors and used to like give some tips and tell us what kind of pictures to take and all. So I started with that, and then I used to go to a local photo studio to get my prints done. That that guy who owned the photo for that studio, he looked at my picture and he asked me, "Okay, what do you do?" And he wanted to know. So I just told him like I'm interested in photography and I've joined this photography club in my college. So that's what I've been doing. So he said, "Hey, we also have a photography club. Why don't you come and join us also? And you will get some discount on your prints and also." That was another motivation to join that club also. So I joined that club, and in that club we had very senior one of the, I think he was the chief photographer for a newspaper called Tribune in Chandigarh. So he used to visit us occasionally because he belonged to Rohtak, my hometown. So I started showing my pictures to him, and he started advising me. He said, "Oh, okay." Now he used to select some of the pictures, and he'll tell me, "Okay, these pictures." In those days, there was a magazine called Youth Times. He said, "Okay, send these pictures to Youth Times. Send this to Illustrated Weekly. Send this to Mukta. Send this to Sarita." So I started sending these pictures to these publications, and like if I send 5 pictures, maybe they'll keep one or two, and it'll get printed in the magazine, and then I'll get thrilled, and I remember I used to buy some 15, 20 copies and start distributing my family and friends because my name used to be down there. So that's how my actually photography started. And then after I finished my college, I mean, my family business was farming. So I joined my brother there, and there I used to get really fascinated because the north in the winter time, lovely fog, and these ladies going with these matkas on their head to fetch water, or these old men sitting smoking a hookah. So those kind of visuals like really fascinated me, and I started taking those pictures. And I I remember in my village, in fact, people used to come and complain to my brother, "Why is he chasing a woman?" So my brother used to explain to them, he's not chasing a woman, he's taking pictures and he wants to get these pictures printed in the magazine. And people used to object to that also. Why my wife का picture उस magazine में क्यों आएगा? So anyway, like this is the way I started, and I carried on. Then I saw a advertisement of FTI. I applied for it. I got through it. That's where my whole career started. When I joined FTI, my whole life changed. My training was actually in FTI. I mean, I had a little bit of knowledge of photography, whatever I had there, but basically to know about cinematography, I really got to know in FTI. And when I joined FTI, I didn't even know what this integrated course was all about. I mean, we knew the curriculum that said 1 year integrated course. I didn't know what it was all about. When I reached there, then I realized, oh, Like you go to learn everything. I learned direction, bit of direction, editing, sound, scripting, everything. So that's where my whole interest started. So obviously, because my passion was photography, so my main focus was on the photography. But I definitely got interested into editing also and direction also. Because I remember in my editing classes also, I used to be doing pretty well. So that's how it started, and I actually got interested in the filmmaking as such. But my focus remained in cinematography. Yeah, I came out and my first assistant means I was not a regular assistant, but like a clash kind of a thing I was doing. I started assisting Manmohan Singh. Then I worked with for a while with Ashok Mehta. Then I worked with some of the other FTI seniors. It definitely helps. It definitely helps because when we are at FTI, I mean, there's some limitations, like you don't get to use those big sets or things like that, and different kind of location, challenging locations and all. So that all I learned when during working with these seniors. We used to be in situation and lighting conditions, like where maybe we would be thinking, oh no, we can't do this, and we'll pack up. But that's where I learned with these guys, even those kind of challenging situation, how you get out of it. And there's so many things, technical things, like how to match the scene which we had done in some other location, and then you are cheating the location, and that's how it happened. I mean, it definitely helps assisting somebody. That's also a story actually. My first feature film was called Goonch, directed by Jalal Aga, which had Juhi Chawla. Juhi Chawla is, I think, next film, second film or something after Kyamat Se Kyamat Tak. And I used to work with Jalal. I used to shoot his ad films, and I did some television work for him. And he was doing this feature film. And because I was new from the FTI and the producer didn't want somebody new, so they had actually hired one of our senior only for the film. And but Jalal wanted me to do this film, but the producer said, no, 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 we want somebody senior and experienced. And also they hired somebody who was one of our senior. I knew because Jalal told me. I mean, for me it was okay, fine. We were just fresh and. So suddenly one day I get a call from Jalal from Goa saying, okay, book your ticket for day after and come to Goa. I said, no, what is this suddenly? Then he told me, he said, no, no, this is the same film which I was telling you. So other senior guy is busy with something else. So I've convinced my director, I've convinced my producer. So you just fly down with your assistant and we're starting shooting in a week's time here. Come and we'll do the Raki and all. So that's how I got my first project. Script, because I really get involved in the films which I do, and I definitely ask for the script. And if the script touches me, and if I know there is scope for me to do something better, and that's how I accept my films. I mean, I don't pick up any film which comes my way. I've rejected so many films, and in fact, I've advised my producer and directors not to do those films because there's nothing in the film. And people used to laugh at me as calling me stupid. Like, I mean, why are you bothered? If somebody's making a film, take your money and do your film. I used to feel no, that's not the way I want to work. And that's the reason, like films I have done till now, all my films have been to some festivals or won some awards, and I mean, they've all been critically acclaimed and all. So that gives me a lot of satisfaction. I mean, for me, the job satisfaction is much more important than the money satisfaction. So that's how I select my scripts. Even if there's a low budget film, I'll do it with less money, but where I can do something which can be noticed. So that's how I select my scripts. I would say it's a combination of both. It's a combination of both because there's always a kind of intuition which comes from inside. But then there are some technical things which you definitely need to learn. So I would say it's a combination of both. Um, my last film actually was is a film called Road to Sangam, which got some 17 international awards, which we shot in Allahabad. And I remember in the reviews somebody mentioned about my work saying the cinematographer has captured the feel of Allahabad in a very good manner. So that was again, this is a kind of a challenging place because shooting, the whole film was on location. And we were shooting in places where it was difficult to take the generator, so we had to manage somehow. So we did. I mean, it was a challenging film, and I mean, it was a low budget kind of film with a different kind of film. So we had to finish it in like a 20 days time. So you know how it is to complete a film, and we had some like star cast was also a little like Paresh Rawal and Ompur, they didn't have much time, so the dates were short. So we had to work in those conditions. But we managed. And the film ultimately gave us good feeling because the film got some 17 international awards. Inspiration, I get it from watching films basically because I see that a lot of my senior cameramen, even some of the junior cameramen, they are doing so well. So when I see their work, I really get inspired, and I was amazing. Like this new guy Sudeep Chatterjee is doing so bloody well in the whole industry. Every film of his is like worth watching. So that's obviously now there's a lot of Hollywood films also which are there in the market, and I attend some film festival. You see some of the good work there also. So basically, you see other work and then it inspires you. You try to you know adapt something from there. That's how it works. In my TT, I'm actually now got into like my last film also that Road to Sangam. I was working as chief associate director also. So I have become a kind of a like combination now. My next film is again I have co-written also. I'll be again a chief associate director also, and I'll be doing the photography also. So that is we are hoping it starts soon. It's gone to some producers, so we are hoping for their positive response. And it's an interesting subject. We shot in Lucknow this time. My dream project, if you ask me, I want to do a director film now, and I want somebody else to do a camera for me. Because that's my dream now. I have been putting the vision of somebody else's on the screen, so I want somebody else to do for me the same thing now. So basically, I'm into that now. I hope I get a good script and I'll be able to do it. I remember one blender which I did in my when I was assistant. In fact, there used to be camera time and we used to change the magazine. So I insisted. I said, no, no, I'll do and change the magazine. So I went into the dark room and I wanted to change the magazine, and the whole roll came out of the bobbin, and it took me half an hour to get it back. And I remember people knocking on the door and asking me to hurry up, and I kept telling them, yeah, 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 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, and then I managed it in half an hour. I had to reload the magazine. So that was one blunder I think I made in those days. I think I'm nobody to give advice, but I would say is start observing. Start observing lights if you want to become cameraman. Anywhere you go, just see how the light is and just follow that. That's what you want to recreate. You will get into different situations where the director will demand, this is my feel and this is the look I want. So if you are observer, you will be able to deliver. So that's my advice is start observing and start updating yourself because technology is changing so fast. So just keep upgrading yourself, your knowledge. So that would be the best thing to deliver a good job. Oh, book though I stopped reading now. I do read newspapers and magazines, but books as such, I've given up that. Uh, Movies definitely. The whatever comes in the market. I don't like that kind of commercial cinema. I don't see that much, but yeah, this off the road cinema is which is actually interesting. So that's what I see. So that's my latest. I will like try not to miss anything which comes in the market. And what are those? I mean, I'm not against this commercial cinema, but everybody's taste is different. Yeah, sometimes films like Baji Ramastani and all those things are there. You don't mind watching because at least there's some cinematography, production values are there. Some, and what else you asked for? Music. Yeah, music. I mean, music, and I like all kind of music. I mean, my earlier passion was Western classical. I have been now recently I've been listening to country music, and I do enjoy commercial Hindi music also. I mean, I enjoy partying, so every party there's a music which we can dance to, and every film has to have one Punjabi song where you can dance to. So I enjoy doing all that. WICA membership helped me actually. I mean, not directly helped me in that sense. In fact, I've been a member of the managing committee, so I've been trying to bring the association to where it can be very helpful for the members. The members who have disputes, basically WICA comes into the scene there, because when you have a dispute, it's very difficult to get the money out of producers. So WICA gets involved in it and tries to amicably settle down the disputes like that. Apart from that, we have been organizing some of the workshops with these new cameras like Alexa or Red or Panasonic and Sony and all. So that's where we invite members to come and upgrade themselves. So that's what actually WICA does. I mean, I've been involved in organizing those things. So that's how I feel. I wanted to do things. So I've been trying to do it. I've been their member for the last 5 years. I think I've been there in the managing committee. So I'm trying my best to do things. So it depends now how it takes. And I hope members do enjoy this kind of a facility which we are trying to give it to the members.